Heavenly Gifts. Jesus explains. The Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. November 24th, 1840. Jesus reveals through Jacob Lorber in Heavenly Gifts, Volume 1. Oh Lord, what about the sect that calls itself the Latter-day Saints, whose members are said to have miraculous powers and largely emigrate to America? Regarding the sect that calls itself the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, there is not so much to it as you think, for it calls itself holy, and yet only I am holy. But if someone is being sanctified in my name, thus he himself is not yet holy, even if he might become one with me through pure love. Then he would only be holy in a general sense, but in particular, only I remain holy, and he sanctified through my living reflection in him. Therefore look, whoever calls himself holy, even if it is for my name's sake, he does not really glorify my name. Instead, he only does it so that his name may be glorified through mine. And even if he praises my name, he praises it rather only that he might find honor and holiness for himself by praising the holiness of my name. Look, such saints are not appropriate for me. And then the question continues. Where is it written that someone, for the sake of salvation, should emigrate to America in order to live there more comfortably and unhindered because of the greater lawlessness? I always said, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. And I have never said, the kingdom of heaven suffers convenience. Those who take it with complacency will own it. He who wants to come to me has no need to emigrate to America, rather only into his own heart. And if he has cleansed the same properly through true love and the living faith thereof, then he will certainly find me, and much closer than in America. But those who already think they have found me, and therefore call themselves saints, and migrate to America in order to be able to better safekeep me, as it were, truly, they still have little firmness, and will certainly find it even less in America. Because whoever is already afraid of being pulled away from the Spirit by the world, in his homeland, how will he survive in a foreign part of the world, where 1,000 oddities and needs will come upon him? Therefore, there is not as much to this sacred sect as you think. Look, the members of this sect don't like being obedient to their monarchs. That is why they want to move to America, since it is a free state, where almost everyone wants to rule and dominate, but none want to obey. For every republic resembles always, more or less, hell, which, in its strictest sense, is a republic. But as far as the last days are concerned, you have nothing to do with the end of all times, but only with the time in which you live. For that is everyone's last time. Therefore, keep watch in this time and be diligent in love, so that this heavenly power becomes your share forever. Amen.